Last month, the US lost 92,000 jobs. We are fucking effed.
Jobs report just came out, and the U.S. lost 92,000 jobs in February. The new job market report was just released, and if you live in America and you're employed, or you want to be employed, here are 3 things in the report that you need to know. Number 1, employers cut jobs across nearly every major sector last month, and the unemployment rate rose slightly to 4.4%. This was supposed to be the year we bounced back after a slow 2025. However, things seem to be getting slightly worse. Employers have been stuck in what economists call a low hire, low fire state, which basically means the market is stagnant, and this is usually the result of just an uncertain economy, with things like changing policy and tariffs and the whole kind of let's wait and see if AI can do this. All of that is coming together to create a really weak job market. Job openings have also dropped to their lowest level since September 2020. Companies don't want to take risks when everything feels uncertain. Number 2, one bright spot is that wages are still growing at 3.8% year over year, which means on average paychecks are outpacing inflation. The share of people looking for work has dipped slightly to around 83%, which basically means that people are sitting tight, which is why I just posted a video on how to be less miserable in a job you hate but can't quit. That's a lot.
I even researched this. So I'm like, let me see for the US. So this was since 2006, for the last 20 years, right? The highest unemployment rate was almost 15 in April 2020. You know, everybody was celebrating not having a job back then. There's something happened. I can't really remember what it was. I was just graduating high school that year, by the way. That was fun. And the lowest it was in 2023, like 3.4, 3.5, right? So it's grown for like basically a percentage. And I'm also interested in seeing that, like, the EU, by the way, these fucking websites, these job websites for the EU and the US, trash. Like, hire somebody from Bangladesh, some freelancer for $10. They can fix them up. Okay, but surprisingly, I didn't know the EU was that fucking low. Like, it was like basically half as low while the COVID was going on, you know? But still, well, there's no updates for 2026, but the end of 2025, 6%. So still much higher, but nah, man, wages are not keeping up. We're freaking effed. Everything she is saying, this is basically me every single fucking day.
The job market in 2026 is complete shit. I know of so many people out here that are trying to find work, including myself, and no one will hire us. AI is slowly but surely going to take over, and within the next couple of years, they're most likely going to 100% replace all of us. And it's like a lot of us kind of hit this point of not really seeing the point.
I'm just laughing because it's so fucking depressing and shit. I don't know what, my coping mechanism is laughter.
Because we know if we like work a job, we're just going to be trapped in this endless cycle of pain and misery and poverty. A lot of us have kind of just gotten to a point where we're saying screw it.
We are already in this endless fucking misery of poverty, an endless cycle of fucking pain. Like, the middle class is just falling down more and more in Europe and the US. It's freaking depressing. I was employed under a contract. It was a year-long contract. I was in that company for like a year and 8 months. So 8 month and then 1 year contract. We stopped the contract because the company was trash, and now I'm freelancing, doing some gigs, right? But you can't just survive from gigs. Come on, man.
We've kind of just gotten to a point where we're saying screw it, doing our own thing, trying to figure out other ways to make money, other ways to make income, hanging by a thread, and just trusting that the universe is somehow going to guide us through all of this. Because after you spend a majority of your time on Indeed, putting in job applications, going through all these interview processes,
half of job applications are fucking fake these days. Like, I've seen job posts. I've been seeing job posts being up for like 6 months, maybe a year, and people are interviewing just for the company to look like they're growing and hiring.
And you never hear back from anybody. It just kind of makes you lose hope. And after you go through all these interviews and they offer you like $14 an hour starting out, knowing it doesn't match the astronomically high cost of living.
Fuck that. Like, at least give me like, if I was in the US, at least give me like 55K a year, man. For fuck's sake. Like, I know that's not enough to survive these days, but come on, man. I've been applying for jobs since September 2025. 1.1k applied freaking jobs. Holy shit. This reminds me of my cousin. He uses some kind of a automating AI freaking system he used on Google. He applied to 2,000 jobs in 1 week. And I'm like, okay, did you get interviews? He's like, no. And didn't get one fucking interview. I got emails sending, I apologize, you're qualified. Get the fuck out of my, those emails, man. Like, those emails now are the perfect rage bait material these days. There are no jobs that even pay enough to live on. Yup, sadly, that's it. I think you have to make like 120 something K in the US to be able to live an average normal life, right? It's fucking insane.
Is anybody else getting absolutely destroyed by the job market right now? Most recently, I worked a 1-year contract. I work in social media, and so I kind of bounce around short-term contract to short-term contract. This most recent one was a 1-year contract, which was great, but when that contract ended, I knew I was going to have to look for new opportunities. So before the contract ended, I started a job search, looking for full-time opportunities, part-time contract, anything under the sun. Since the contract ended in October, I have put out 700 plus applications.
Not enough, my guy. Not enough. You're supposed to put out 2,000 applications a freaking week, get a full-time job, plus do some fucking gigs, okay? Some delivery or some freelancing, okay?
Out of all those 700 plus applications, I've only gotten a handful of interviews, and one of those interview processes went all the way to the final round, and then, I was told by the recruiter that they were actually no longer pursuing anyone for that role. They were just going to cancel that role. And
that has happened to me fucking 3 times. It was all last year. In like January 2025, August, July, and like somewhere near the end of 2025. I just wanted to just hop on like hard drugs and alcohol and jump out of a fucking building, okay? Luckily, I just went to the gym and drank some White Monster.
Absorb the work themselves. And then 3 days after they told me that, they reposted the listing. So I would have rather just heard, hey, you're not the right fit. But am I the only one that can't get any job? I've even applied to stock shelves at Costco to no response. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've got a good resume. I've got a ton of experience.
Like, that's what I'm doing right now.
I don't know what to do.
I'm doing the exact same thing. Like, even though I have 1 year and 8 months of experience as a software engineer, I gave up. Now I'm working on some type of a business on the side, trying to grow it. Plus, I'm like, okay, let's try and fucking find any kind of a job, a delivery job, whatever, until I grow this business that I'm pursuing right now with my dad. Like, it's so fucking, it's insane. It's so fucking annoying. And now I'm applying to gyms. I'm applying to delivery jobs. I'm applying to random ass stupid shit, even casinos. Nothing. Nothing. It's insane. So I found this. You're not bad at posting. 30% of job postings are fake. Government roles, 60% are fake. Like, what? Am I supposed to be looking at an institution saying, oh, they have a lot of job posting. The institution is fucking growing as a business. Like, what? Educational and health services, half of them. Information, where I was in, half of them. Finance, 44. Leisure and hospitality, okay, so if you actually get a job, at least try and apply for that shit, at least. Construction, more hires than openings. God damn. Maybe we should be... This is for like 2025. I haven't seen any updates for 2026. But still, why companies post ghost jobs? To build candidate pipelines for roles that might open later. Roles are not going to open later, okay? More roles are just going to be fucking replaced with AI. And inflation is just going to destroy the companies even more, okay? To signal growth during hiring freezes. Yeah, of course. To leave approved positions stuck in limbo due to budget cuts. I found out a lot of companies were actually like firing a lot of their senior employees and then trying to hire new ones for the same roles for just less money. I don't know what to say. Like, fuck me. So everything she just explains about interviews, this is how I feel when I go on interviews. Like, I have been on so many fucking interviews for the last few years. I'm just going there already disappointed and depressed. Just listen to this.
Job interviews mean nothing to me anymore. I go into them without even a glimmer of hope. I just got off a phone screening with a recruiter and he said if I get a call back, there would be 3 more interviews and a take-home activity. Like,
relatable.
I don't even want the interview practice anymore. It just seems so damn impossible to fucking find a job. What is the point of these interviews? And all I see online is just shit about how bad this fucking job market is and how it's not getting better. I feel like my head is going to explode. I just want to be happy and live my life and not have to worry about paying the fucking rent. Why do I want to work? Stop asking me why I want to work there. I just want to pay my rent. I don't fucking care about your company.
Yup. And we all have to fake and act. Why do you want to be in this role? Because I love this role. Because I enjoy working as this. Why do you want to be in this fucking company? Because I love you. No. I just want to get a job to fucking survive. I mean, I'm gonna get a job and I still won't be able to fucking survive, okay? It's fucking insane. Like, people have to work twice. Like, why? Why was humanity I don't believe in God. But why the hell did God create us if we're supposed to be, like, working our whole lives, and 95% of the population of the world is gonna work their whole lives and still not have enough in their life, okay? And we just have to be happy just because. Because happiness comes from within. Just accepting it. And being happy. Fuck that. What is happening with me? I also gotta show you this. Anthropic just released a list of jobs that will be affected by AI. And I was fucking surprised. Like, sales and office and admin, fuck them. Yeah, management, fuck all of them. I agree with them. Legal, really. Judges and I don't think judges and all of these guys, I don't think they should be like arts and media. Yep, I can see it. I get it. Education, I guess I can see it. Life and social sciences, okay, maybe architecture and engineering. Listen, man, I don't want a 10-story building to be all fucking made by AI. Okay, and then I'm gonna live in that for 2 weeks. And then it'll fucking collapse, okay? Fuck that. Computer and math, yep. Business and finance, okay? I don't know how much I would trust this fucking AI with managing my finances or even having some time. Hell no. No access to my finances, please, okay? They don't even exist, so what finances, Anyway, that's it. We're fucked. Like, jobs just disappearing. More and more jobs disappearing. In the US and in Europe. We're screwed. We're fucked. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. If you have a job, even if it's low paying, please don't leave your job until you're actually 100% are confident that you have a ready job, okay? That are ready to employ you. Have a nice day.